dear friends. Today we are going to start the next point of this topic, that's the division pteridophytes. So let's start. As the division pteridophytes, the leaves that bears the sporangia. You can see here there is a presence of the sporangia, or this sporangia, it is known as the sporophyll. Sometimes the sporophyll are formed in a compact structure. Can see here, this is the compact structure, and that compact structure it says as the strobili, or it says as the cone. Means in some of the plant, this sporangia it is present in the form of cone, or it is present in the form of the sporangia, in the form of sporophyll. The horsetail, this horsetail, that's the equistem. So this first image it's the equistem, and the fern. So this one is the fern. These are the members of pteridophytes. They are vascular plants. Means in the subkingdom cryptogames, there is includes a three division. That's a bryophyte. First one is a thallophyte. Second one is bryophyte, and the third one is a pteridophyte. But in case of the thallophyte and the bryophyte, there is an absence of the vascular tissues. But in case of the pteridophytes, there is a presence of the vascular tissues. Means there is a presence of the xylem and the phloem. They do not produce the flower as the subkingdom cryptogames. It's a basically classified on the basis of the presence of flower or the absence of flower. So in cryptogames, there is a absence of the flower, but in phanerogames, there is a presence of the flower. As these pteridophytes include in the subkingdom cryptogames, means there is a absence of flower, there is absence of seed. Means this pteridophyte do not produce the flower or seed. They have fruit and leaves. Means, but in case of the bryophyte, there is a presence of the root-like structure, leaf-like structure. But in case of the pteridophyte, there is a presence of the distinct root is there, and there is a presence of the distinct leaf is here. The life cycle shows the alternation of generation. Both the haploid phase, that is the gametophytic phase, and the sporophytic phase, that is the diploid phase, is present. Means the pteridophyte it shows the alternation of generation. The next characteristic is small leaves of pteridophyte is called as the microfilms. There is a presence of the small leaves. So you can see here, there is a presence of the small leaves, and that small leaf it called as the microfilms. And these small leaves it is observed in case of the Selaginella. The large leaf, so you can see here, this one is a large leaf, and this large leaf it's found in the ferns. That is called as the macrophyll. Macro means the large and the micro means small. The small leaves it's observed in the Selaginella, and the large leaves it's observed in the fern. Next one is the spores on germination. It gives rise to the prothallus. So you can see this is says as the prothallus. That is the spores on germination. The spores. So this one is the spores. That is the sporangia. Sporogenous tissues is here. There is a development of the spores, and from the spores there is a development of this structure, and that structure it says as the prothallus. Means this prothallus it's a gametophytic plant body. It's a gametophytic plant body, and this prothallus it bears the sex organ. That is the female sex organ is here, and the male sex organ is here. This female sex organ it says as the archegonium, and the male sex organ it says as the antheridium. But for fertilization it requires water. Water is essential for the fertilization. The spores form that can be the homosporous. Homo means what? Similar. Homo का मतलब क्या है? Similar. That is the spores are the similar in size. This homosporous, there is a development of antheridium and the archegonium. Antheridium forms the sperm, archegonium forms the egg. That is, they are the similar in size. The homosporous are the found in the majority of the pteridophytes, and the spores found in the Selaginella and the Salvinia, they are the heterosporous. सिलाजिना के अंदर कौन से स्पोर्स होते हैं? हेटेरोस्पोरस. What's the heterospores? Means hetero is stand as a different. That is, there is a two type of the spores, is a microspores and the megaspores. Microspores, it's a male gametophyte, and this male gametophyte, that's a antheridium, and this antheridium, it forms the sperm. The megaspores, that's a female gametophyte, and this female gametophyte, it's a archegonium, and this forms the egg. Means the heterosporous, it's a two form of the spores, that is a microspores and the megaspores. But the homospores, it's a similar kind of the spores is here. This pteridophytes, it's of the four classes. First one is a Pteropsida, second one is a Lycopsida, Psilopsida, and the last fourth one is a Spinopsida. Okay, so you can see this is the main plant body, and this main plant body, it's a sporophytic plant body because there is a presence of the sporangia. This sporangium is here. This sporangium, it contains the sporogenous tissue, and this sporogenous tissue, it's a diploid in nature. It undergoes the meiosis division. Result is a formation of the spores, and this spores, it undergoes a germination, and result is what? There is a formation, or there is a development of the gametophytic plant body. Means this gametophytic plant body, it's developed from the sporophytic plant body. The gametophytic plant body, which is developed from the sporophytic plant body. This gametophytic plant body, it contains the male sex organ, that is a male sex organ, that's a antheridium, and the female sex organ, it says as the archegonium. This antheridium, it forms the sperm. It forms the sperm, and the archegonium, it forms the egg. Both are haploid in nature. Means this phase is the gametophytic phase, that is the gametes are the haploid one. This gametophytic phase, whenever it's a form, that is the formation of the haploid gamete, that is the egg and the sperm. Afterward, the fertilization takes place. Fertilization, whenever it's there, there is a formation of zygote, and this zygote develops it into the young embryo. Again, there is a development of the new sporophytic plant body. So, this is a sporophytic plant body which is developed from the gametophytic plant body, and the gametophytic plant body, it's developed from the sporophytic plant body. Afterward, we see that what's the difference present between the bryophytes and the pteridophyte. In the bryophyte, the plant body not differentiated it into the true root, stem, and the leaves. But in the pteridophyte, there is a presence of the true root, stem, and the leaves. The bryophyte main plant body, it's a gametophytic, but in case of the pteridophyte's main plant body, it's a sporophytic. There is an absence of the true vascular system, but there is a presence of the vascular system. Its example is a Rixia funaria, but the pteridophyte's example is a fern Lycopodium. Hope so you understood it. Thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.